It's crazy to me that I've hit 3 years owning this Tesla Model 3. So this is the 2023 Standard Range Tesla Model 3, which means it's rear-wheel drive and has the Lithium Iron Phosphate battery. And fun fact, you actually can't buy a Tesla brand new, at least here in North America, with a LFP battery right now. We're 3 years in, let's talk about everything that's going on with it. Battery degradation, wear and tear, maintenance, all that good stuff. I use it for camping and road trips, although in the past year, I've been pretty easygoing with it. I haven't done much. I do have something I have to come clean about. After I put my winter tires on at the end of last winter, I didn't take them off. And so this entire past summer, my winter tires were on my Model 3. And that's half laziness. We didn't have any big road trips planned and we weren't going to be putting a ton of miles in the car. So just a quick primer if you're not familiar with the LFP chemistry. It's not as energy dense as traditional lithium ion, but it's a lot more resilient to cycle-induced degradation. You not only can charge it up to 100% regularly, but you actually need to in order to calibrate the battery management system. And one thing that I'm really starting to find is that with these LFP-based EVs, unless you're doing a lot of mileage, calendar aging is actually the bigger concern compared to cycle-induced degradation. For this video, I just went out and did a full 100% charge, and I'm showing 408 kilometers compared to 438 brand new, which is a total degradation of about 6.8%. And the vast majority of that was in the first year and a half that I owned the car. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what I was at last year, but I'll put that on the screen right now so you can see what I've lost over just the past year. My odometer says just over 48,000 kilometers, which means I've put about 9,000 kilometers on the car in the past year, which really isn't much. And I'm on track to hit the 8-year cap on my battery's warranty long before I hit the mileage cap. Drew from Tailosive EV, he actually took delivery of the same spec Model 3, same color actually, a couple months before I did. And so I like to track mine against his. And he puts a lot more miles on his Model 3 compared to me. His Model 3 has the equivalent of about 141,000 kilometers on the odometer. That's roughly 3 times the amount that my car does. His car shows 255 miles on a full charge. That works out to just a little over 6% battery degradation. Adding a little bit of room for error and the fact that miles is a little less granular than kilometers, we'll say it's roughly about the same. So we have basically the same amount of battery degradation on our cars, even though his is a few months older than mine and he has 3 times the mileage. So now you're starting to understand why I think calendar aging is more of a concern. I'm supposed to charge this thing to 100% about once a week to calibrate the battery. Based on how frequent I charge and general laziness, it usually winds up being closer to once a month. Over the past year, my charging has slowly transitioned from being mostly level 2 charging to supercharging due to convenience and timing. And with the new 44 stall Tesla supercharger installation, Canada's largest, set to open up literally a couple blocks north of me, I think laziness is going to get the better of me. That's probably where I'll charge most of the time. So the adventuring that I've been doing with my Model 3 has actually been pretty light over the past year, mostly due to budgetary constraints. Me and my wife did do a few days camping in some gnarly humidity down by Niagara Falls. On another trip, we also managed to stuff me, her, and a buddy of ours, plus camping gear for a 5-day camping trip. Oh man, that was like playing Tetris. All right, and now for the segment that everyone was probably looking forward to, everything that's kind of going wrong and needing repairs or maintenance with the car. The most annoying is something I caused myself. I dented the bottom trim piece by cutting out of a parking spot too close to the curb, and you can see where I dented it in a bit. I also managed to bang up one of my mud flaps pretty good by backing out of my mother-in-law's driveway. There's this stupid hump between her driveway and the neighbor's that caught on my mud flap and tore it off. I was able to reattach it with no permanent damage, but one of the push pins is busted. I should probably replace that. On one of my aero covers, I have a random crack in it, and honestly, I have no idea how this happened. It's almost like someone kicked it. It's a bit of a mystery. It's been like this for at least half a year, and the crack doesn't look like it's grown much. And also, it finally happened. I finally gave myself curb rash. The stupid thing is, it's not even from like a full-size curb. You know when a new lane kind of splits off from the main road to turn into a plaza, but it's not quite part of the main road, and so there's this little lip. So I went to turn into that plaza, and I guess I approached it at too shallow of an angle, and so it was just tall enough to reach my aero covers, and yeah, I heard it. I'm like, oh no, I know exactly what I just did. If you remember from my 2-year check-in video, I had a loose trim piece in my trunk. Well, a few months ago, it broke off entirely, and I haven't bothered to fix it. I just have to be careful not to snag on the exposed wiring harness. And the last item worth mentioning is the leather on the steering wheel. On the back, it's kind of separated from the wheel in some spots, leaving it feel like a big, weird air bubble. So we're going into the 4th year with this car, and this is the last year that it's under its general warranty. Do any of these items I've outlined seem like they're worth trying to get a warranty repair are done under, let me know. Maintenance-wise, the only thing I've done is finally replace the cabin air filter, and access to it is stupidly designed. It's a bitch to get at. My tires still have lots of tread depth, so I'm not too worried about them yet. All of the as-needed stuff is still okay, like my wipers and my lithium 12 volts. In terms of like mods and upgrades, a lot of interesting things happened this past year. The most immediately noticeable one is the roof racks, which have been on there for almost a year exactly. I still haven't put anything up there, so if there's any companies watching this that are looking for content creators to review a cargo pod, hit me up. YesLac had also sent me out some camping gear to review, a sleeping pad, which is dubious but holding up so far, sunshades, which are annoying to get the clips on to cooperate, and a folding table that replaces the trunk cover, which is actually really awesome, and that thing has come in so handy. So that's about everything that I got going on with the Model 3. I can't believe I'm going into year 4 with this car. That's crazy to me. Let me know if you guys have any questions that weren't covered in this video. It's been an awesome car so far, and I look forward to doing some more stuff with it this coming year. If you're new to the channel, I'm a weird blend of high-tech and outdoor adventuring, so make sure you subscribe if you're into that shit.